Today we're making Thai chicken salad with a homemade peanut dressing. And if you stick around to the end, I'll show you how to turn leftover restaurant rice into a wonderful rice pudding. Hi, I'm Marie Christiani, the aerialist chef. Let's get started. Making peanut dressing from scratch is actually quite simple. All we need is a blender and a few ingredients, so let's get started. I will start with fresh ginger. There's no substitute for fresh ginger. I take a spoon and I just scrape the skin of the ginger off using the spoon. I find it's the quickest tool, the most efficient, and you're not going to cut yourself. A lot of people try to do it with a paring knife and then you end up slipping because it's kind of slippery. And it makes quick work just by using the spoon. All right, we'll move all that out of the way, and then I'll just chop that in simple little pieces and throw them into the blender. I'm using sweet chili sauce, okay? That is actually a wonderful combination. It has sugar, garlic, sweet chilies in there that are pickled, so you have the vinegar. If you can't find this, then use honey and brown sugar to replace it, but I absolutely love this stuff. All right, this is my sweet chili sauce I'm gonna put in there. And of course, you can't have peanut dressing without the peanut butter. I'm using smooth, regular peanut butter, not the natural one, although I think you can use that here if you want. And we're doing Thai, so we're gonna add fresh lime juice that I squeezed, fresh cilantro. I have picked the little stems off. I like that. Oops, get in there. I'm using a little sriracha because you all know how much I like things hot, but you can skip that. And garlic, even though there is garlic in the chili sauce, so if you don't like a lot of garlic, you could omit that. I love garlic. I'm using toasted sesame oil. I'm using soy sauce. Now, if you need gluten-free chili sauce, this chili sauce is already gluten-free. But if you use regular soy sauce, the way they manufacture it is they use wheat. So you'll want to use tamari, which is a gluten-free version. Rice wine vinegar, and just a little bit of water because it's going to be a thick peanut butter and we want it to be a dressing, right? All right, that's it. Turn it on. That's it. Now I will check it for consistency. That's about what I want. I'll taste it. Really good. I don't think that needs anything. So now we'll start making our salad. Let me show you how I do it. First is the chicken. You'll want to poach your chicken. And what I did is I took chicken breasts and I cut them in half this way, okay? That way they'll cook faster. You don't have to do that, it just makes it quicker. And I went ahead and threw in aromatics, so I put in some carrot. You don't even have to peel them, just chop them up a little bit. Maybe half an onion, some garlic. And I do like this when I'm making, for an Asian dish, is the togarashi seasoning is nice. And I just poach it for 15-20 minutes so it's cooked through, let it cool in the broth, and you can actually turn that broth into a wonderful chicken soup. Once it cools, you'll see that I'll just tear it apart by hand and I will peel it. The layers of chicken, you can see how it just peels away, and that's what I've done. Now, if you don't want to do this part, you can even grill it, which is really pretty. And if you do grill it, then go ahead and take your knife and you want to cut it into shingles. So let me show you how you would do that. You would take your knife and at an angle, you would cut it this way. And that looks really pretty on a salad too. I'm not doing it that way today, I'm just giving you options. So you would put it on there on your salad and shingle it that way. And with grill marks, it looks really pretty. In the information, I'll put that down for you if you'd like to do the grilled version. And if you're in a big hurry, you can get a rotisserie chicken at the grocery store and just peel it apart and use it, and you can feed the entire family. 1 rotisserie chicken will serve the 6 with this salad, okay? Now, I have the scallions, the green onions, and I want to cut them on a bias. So what I do is I take a very sharp knife, I've just sharpened this, and I'm going to cut thin in a diagonal movement. And that will give me these really pretty looking bias cuts. All right, I have that already done. I like red cabbage. I actually ran to Aldi's, they didn't have cabbage, and I found the already slaw mix that they have, which is fine. It has cabbage, it has a little bit of kale, because they didn't have the kale I wanted. You can mix and match just about any veg you want. You want to put snow peas, put snow peas. I love edamame, which is soybeans. Make sure you read the package. You can get these in the freezer section. Sometimes they're shelled, which is really what you want, and then they're not shelled. You'll sit there and have to pick them out. If you're in a hurry and they're frozen, put this in a colander and just run warm water under it, let it drain, and it'll come. It only takes like 2 or 3 minutes. Napa cabbage to me is a must, and I've taken this and I've cut it. You can see this is a half and then a quarter, and I'll show you how I cut that. I'm going to cut it thinly again with a sharp knife, and you'll see I'm just doing thin cuts. Okay, and you see that makes quite a bit. It's a little bit more expensive, but one little piece of Napa goes a long way. I have julienne, which means to cut thin, some peppers, and I like these colors, so I have red and orange and yellow, but you can use green, you can use anything you want. You can use the mini salad peppers if you can't find the big ones. I love this tool. This will do perfect julienne carrots. Now you can get their already cut ones, but I find them a little bit too thick for a lot of things that I want to do. You see how thin these are? And this tool is wonderful because all you do is take the skin off with a regular peeler and then hold this in one hand and do about half of the carrot, and as you turn it with one hand, you're going to scrape it with the other hand. And then when you get to where there's just a little bit of that left, you'll want to stop, turn it around because you want something to hold on to, and go ahead and do the other part. And you can keep going like that. And then when you're done with a little bit of a nub of that, you can just eat it while you're cooking. And you see how it makes these wonderful, perfect, thin julienne carrots. This is one of my favorite tools. Everybody at work is always borrowing mine, so I finally went to the Asian market and bought them some. So I'll give you information down below if you'd like to purchase any of these products. Today I'm using a little bit of julienne mango. That's optional. I just like the sweetness and depth of flavor. And I've taken cilantro and just pinched all the little leaves off. I don't want stems in this part of it. I use stems in the sauce because I love the flavor of that, and I always use the stems in a soup. But for this, I will have just the leaves. The other optional thing is fresh mint. It has a really nice counterbalance to the cilantro. So I'm going to do what we call chiffonade, where you line all the leaves up on top of each other. You do this with basil too. Think of like margarita pizza, that's what you use it for. And you roll it up into a little cigar, and then you just go across. Again, the sharper the knife, the better, because it won't bruise the leaves, which makes them bitter, and it will just cut them. Okay, we have everything prepared, and I'll put it all together and show you how I like to serve it. have it, our Thai chicken salad. It looks wonderful. I can't wait to taste it. I did make a Thai iced tea. You'll see those at restaurants. It's always my favorite thing to get. Oh, that is so delicious. I did make a rice pudding. Remember, we used old restaurant rice that was left over. And I think you're gonna really like that one. I put a caramel on top, a little bit of salt, killer. Now, let's taste this. Oh, wow. Perfect, crunchy, peanutty, spicy. I think you're gonna like that. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. That chicken, oh. It's a lot cheaper, and it doesn't have all those preservatives in it. Forget. Okay, wait. Let's do that again. Today we're making Thai chicken salad. And if you stick around to the end, I'll turn... All right, stop.